video response for Timeforrevival. I'm going to try to go through these really quick. And really quickly, all the scientific questions that are oftentimes asked of atheists, which I just think it's kind of funny. It's as if atheists are expected to know, the answers for everything. Where did we come from? How did this happen? How, all these scientific things. And I guess atheists are supposed to have the answers to all of that. But I'm here to tell you that we don't, because we're not all scientists, and it really has nothing to do with being an atheist, or it doesn't have to anyway. So I'm just telling you ahead of time, most of the scientific questions I'm going to just say I don't know to. Like your first question, where did everything come from? Well, there are scientific explanations for that, but as far as everything, I mean, I don't even think science knows that completely yet themselves. So, I don't know, as far as everything. Okay, let's see, number 2. Where did laws such as the law of gravity come from? And what told them to do what they do? Well, the law of gravity was discovered by Sir Isaac Newton, I believe. Where did it come from? It's a natural thing. There are natural laws that, are out there that exist in nature. Okay, wait, that was number 2. So, for the most part, like I said, the scientific ones, I'm going to tell you I don't know. How did elements evolve? Probably the same way anything evolved or evolves. Okay, that was number 3. Number 4, how did stars and planets evolve? Well, there's a lot of scientific explanation and evidence it's as far as how stars and planets have come to fruition, or how they've become what they are. That's just a matter of just simply looking into that. And I'm not a scientist, and I don't really care too much about the technical aspect of things. Number 5, if evolution is correct and animals did evolve slowly through small adaptations over time to adapt better to their environment, how come everything didn't evolve into humans since we're supposedly the most evolved? I don't know. I have no idea. Maybe we're not the most evolved. I mean, dolphins are possibly smarter than we are, for all we know. I don't know who told you that we're the most evolved. I mean, and we're probably the most conscious, I guess, or aware of our being. But scientists are finding that a lot of animals are a lot smarter than they think. So again, scientific. I don't care. I don't know. How did emotions, I can't say I don't care, but I don't really get into that. How did emotions such as love, hate, sadness, happiness, anger, etc. get here? Again, that's another natural thing. Animals have a lot of that kind of stuff. I think it has to do with it's a part of our intelligence. It's a lot of those can be defense mechanisms. They're, like I said, they're just a part of the natural aspect of human beings. Number 7, how did morals evolve? I hear this question asked a lot. And morals, I think, evolve because they're basically based on survival instinct. I don't want killing to be okay because I don't want to get killed. I don't want robbing to be okay because I don't want to be robbed. And they evolve as our intellect evolves. The smarter that we get, the more that we understand a problem or a situation, the better we're going to learn how to deal with it. So, back in cavemen times, obviously our morals were a lot different than they are now. We can look back and we can see that. Number 8, how have hundreds of prophecies in the Bible come true? I don't think they have, and I'd like to know which ones you're talking about. Then it says, if you go read the Bible, you'll find they're not as vague as people say they are. I'd be interested to hear that, and I think everything in the Bible is vague and up for interpretation. Number 9, everything is perfect for us to live on earth. How did this happen when the odds of it happening by chance are so great it might as well be impossible? How did it happen that everything's perfect for us to live on earth? I don't know. We might be a fluke of nature for all I know. Again, why do I have to have all the answers? Because I'm an atheist, I have to have all the answers. I mean, I can ask the same thing of a religionist or somebody who believes in, say, the Christian God. If everything's so perfect or was so perfect, why did there have to be Satan? Why did there have to be, why did we have to have free will in order to prove how righteous we are? I mean, the same things can be asked of people who believe in that doctrine. Okay, let's see. Number 10. Why have people lived by the Bible if it was just a good book and taken it to be true for about 2,000 years? I don't know if it's been about 2,000 years. Well, maybe. But why have people lived by the Bible? Not everybody has. Thus, atheism. And, many other things. Agnosticism. And not everybody goes by the Bible. There's other religions out there that people have been, worshiping and believing in for the same amount of time, actually longer than the Bible. So think about that. Okay, and there are things in the Bible that are good ideas, and it's because they come from us. They come from human beings. There are certain moralistic ideas in the Bible that we would consider good ideas, just because we realize or we know or we think or we believe that the Bible is just basically a bunch of mythology put together. It doesn't mean that there's not good ideas in it. Number 11, if man is nothing but the random arrangement of molecules, what motivates, I'm going to keep messing this up, what motivates you to care and to live honorably in the world? Well, I don't need the motivation of a sky daddy threatening to put me in hell if I don't be good while I'm here on earth. I mean, I think that we're good because we want to be good, because we desire good things, because we care about other people, care about our families, we care about our neighborhoods, we care about things, and that's why. Just because you're an arrangement of molecules and you know that you're an arrangement of molecules doesn't mean, oh, well, I'm just going to go be an axe murderer, because what's the point of being good? I mean, that's kind of a silly question if you think about it. Number 12, all of the contradictions, quote unquote, in the Bible are easily answered. Message me if you disagree. All of the contradictions in the Bible are not easily answered, and if they were easily answered, then there wouldn't be as many atheists as there are, number one. And I'm probably not going to get into messaging you, I mean, unless, we end up having a discussion about this and there's a reason to, but the biggest contradiction I can give you in the Bible, just right off the top of my head, that is the biggest one that there is the difference between the Old Testament God and Jesus Christ, who is supposed to be God. The difference between those two characters in the Bible is glaring, and there's nothing you can do about it. You can't fix it, you can't apologize for it, and, we can just leave it at that as far as that one goes. There's other ones we could go into, but... Number 13, how do you explain hundreds of answered prayers? Trust me, it's not coincidence. It is coincidence, and why should I trust you? For one thing, I don't even know you. I don't trust your God, so what makes you think I would trust you? And how do you know it's not coincidence? How do you know it's not coincidence? And who are you talking about? And what prayers have been answered? And if prayers supposedly are that reliable, why hasn't there been an end to world hunger and an end to wars? What are you people praying about? Just your own personal issues? You don't pray about the world or to fix or heal the world? Because there's a lot of people still struggling and still messed up, and there's a lot of people that pray and their prayers aren't answered. They still die. They still have cancer. They still have all kinds of issues. So what's the point of that question? Okay, number 14, where's evidence of animals actually evolving? Fossil record is not evidence. Well, I guess fossil record being not evidence in your opinion is just an opinion. I think scientists do have evidence of these things. But if you don't believe in fossil record, then I don't know. But again, that's an arena that I don't care about too much. Final question. If the Bible is just a book of fairy tales, then how has it obtained billions of followers over the past few thousand years? Well, people are very easily manipulated, and religion itself, not just Christianity, has been used by politicians to gain control over people, to keep people controlled. And you can easily look back over the history of it and see how that's true. And just because there's thousands of followers that have been, billions as you put it, over the past few thousand years, that doesn't mean that it's that there are valid stories in this book. That doesn't mean that God must exist because so many people believe this. There's probably more people that believe in Allah. There's thousands and billions of religions out there, not just Christianity. And Christianity is one of the younger ones. Actually, one of the youngest ones, really. And depending on which sect of Christianity we're talking about. So, that's my answer to that. Well, and then you say at the very end, I guess, well, that's all the ones I've thought of in 3 minutes, so please try to answer all of these. I did. I'm sure I'll think of several more after I upload this video, but it's whatever. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. God bless. So, there's the ruckus music. Anyway, that's my answers. And, you know, I might have some questions I have to ask, too, of you and a lot of other people that I've been answering. So, thanks.